I'm Norma Lugabill. I'm the Executive Director of Hutchinson County Crisis Center. I'd like to give you a little tour today of our shelter and talk a little bit about what we do here. As you saw when you came in, it is a secured facility. When our clients are in here, we want to make sure that they're protected in every way. Part of that is done with the security cameras, the security system on the shelter. These are all things that are made to help them feel safe and to keep them safe while we're trying to provide services. Here in our office, this is where we counsel with clients. We help them get paperwork done, anything that they might need to do to start moving their lives forward. In our shelter, I'm going to show you, because we are assisting victims of every age and need. This is our handicap laundry room, and this is so that when our handicapped clients that are in wheelchairs, they have access to their own washer and dryer to make sure that they're able to do their own laundry. This is to help them to build self-esteem, for one thing, to be able to care for themselves, and this gives them that ability to do that. And we're very proud that we're able to offer that for our handicapped clients. We're going to walk through the shelter, and this is the living room. And what we do in this room, this is where if we have a lady that is does not have children, and she wants a quiet place to come and read or to watch TV, or when we're sitting in counseling sometimes with clients or doing a house meeting, this is a room that we use to do that in. It's very comfortable, so it makes it easy for them to sit as a group and talk, and especially if you've got someone that just needs some downtime by themselves, this is that quiet room. This is our handicap room, and like with our handicap laundry, we have a room that's set up so if we have someone that's in a wheelchair, they are able to come into this. The bathroom is wheelchair accessible, the shower and all of that, so they're able to wheel up to the sink to wash, and then it's got the the shower and things that are handicap accessible. We want to make sure no matter who comes to our shelter that we're able to provide services for them. And in that same vein, if we have someone that's hearing impaired, we have TTY equipment so that we're able to provide technical assistance. They're able to call out, call in. We have baby monitors that are done by lighting and buzz, so that if they have a baby, we're able to help them in any way that we can that way. This is a room that we utilize if we have a mom that has a baby, so that there's a crib in here. We also have other porta cribs and things like that. If we happen to have more than one baby in at a time, or toddlers, we do have equipment so that they're able to use that as well. This room is usually when we have a family. This is where we put them because it offers enough bed space that they can all stay together. A lot of times they'll come in the middle of the night. They're frightened. The children don't want to be away from their mom. So this offers an opportunity for them to all be in the same room and have that comfort, of that family security as well. The things that we do when they're here, as far as these rooms look really nice. The bedding looks nice and all that. We work with them on life skills while they're here. And we try to teach them, even like with our shelter's an old shelter. But what we've done, and it's the ladies that are here, that work here, and myself, we've done all the painting in here. We've done all the updating ourselves. And as far as the bedding and stuff, we try to teach them when we have clients in here is, if you take your comforters off at night and you don't use them as blankets, they last longer, they look better longer. We try to teach them how to take care of furniture and stuff so that if they get something, they're not having to replace it. And that way it's not cutting into their budget. In the same vein, when we go into the kitchen, we'll talk about budgeting with food. We try to teach them how to cook from recipes so that they're utilizing the basic products, so like milk, cheese, potatoes, those types of things, so that they stretch that food budget even further, so that they're able to maybe pay a utility bill they couldn't pay, or to buy shoes for one of the children that might need shoes. So when they're here, they're not getting just a place to stay. They're getting counseling, they're getting life skills, they're getting parenting skills. In the same vein, when we go into the family room, we'll talk a little bit more about parenting skills when we get into there, but we're always teaching, we're always trying to help them. Their main goal when they leave here is that their life is better, they're enriched, and they're moving upward and forward and out in a life that's away from violence. So our kitchen, and we're really proud of this kitchen. Jane Phillips Society in 1995, when the shelter was renovated, donated I think $25,000 to do the kitchen. It's not changed since then. You can see our staff really keeps it up. They work hard to make sure that it's maintained. We know that those kind of funds are hard to come by, so we really work with our clients as well to take care of what we have so that we don't have to keep replacing it. But we are a shelter. This is an old home, and it's used just like a home, and just like in your home, things break and you have to replace them, stoves, refrigerators, those types of things. So that day-to-day wear and tear happens, but we work real hard on everything else to keep it up to date and clean and in good working order so that we don't have to replace. I will say also, we work, and we don't have it up at the moment, we work by menu when our clients are here in the shelter, so that, and it's based on the food we have, what meats we have in the freezer and those types of things. We are required through Health and Human Services to provide 3 balanced meals and 2 healthy snacks for children every day. So by having a menu and going by what we have in our shelter, this also helps our budget food-wise as well, because hopefully maybe that the meat was donated, and so that cuts that cost down. But we are working with them on those life skills to be able to utilize what we have and to cook good healthy meals at the lowest possible money and status. So because of safety reasons, children are not allowed in the kitchen when mom's cooking, so we were able to transform this area to like a little children's kitchen area. It allows them a place to play. Mom can still see them, they can still see mom, because they're a lot of times they want to be pretty close to mom. So this gives them that play area, and they can do their cooking and shopping and all those little things while mom is doing her thing and getting their dinner prepared. This is a favorite room in the house for all the kids, because this is the kids' room. And as you can see, we're loaded with DVDs, videos, books, games. Most of these have come through donations. When folks are getting rid of their old videos or whatever, they'll donate them to us, and we graciously take them. We love them. When a child is in our facility with their mom, we really work with her on those parenting skills, and part of that is that the TV is not their babysitter. So down in these cabinets, I did say we have a lot of games down here, and as you can see, we have books. And so what we do is we encourage mom to read to her children, to play games with her children. We're trying to build that real positive bond between mom and child. So we utilize those as a tool. Most of us think of them as just things for your kids, but for us they're tools, and it's to help that mom be able to connect with their children and build a bond that's a little bit richer than what they have. Also, when we're in here, I'd like to talk a little bit about parenting skills as well, as far as discipline. Because we are a nonviolent organization, we teach mom alternative ways of discipline. We're teaching them timeouts, we're talking about taking away privileges, and that part of that might be, you don't get to watch TV this afternoon after dinner. To try and teach them alternative ways to discipline their children to help break that cycle of violence. And it's not an easy thing to do, and it must be taught, and it must be repetitive for them to continue to be positive in that, but we work on that. So when they leave our shelter, they're not only getting services here in our outreach office, they can get those same exact services there as they get here, except it's not in a shelter facility. So we continue to reinforce those parenting skills, those life skills, all those things that they need to continue to move up and go. This room here is, this used to be our office, shelter office. We utilize this now for clients to be able to do their resumes, to hone their computer skills. If we have a child that needs a computer to do homework with, this is an area that we are utilizing for that. So we're able to move our office, and this gave clients another area of a place to be able to become productive, and we're pretty proud. And we're still working on this room and trying to get it maybe a little more kid-friendly as well, but we do offer that. So we are looking, when our ladies are here, one of the first things that we work on goals and all is if they need a job is helping them. We will take them to get their applications, take them to their interviews. If they get a job while they're in our shelter, we're taking them to work and picking them up. So we want to give them every opportunity and every tool to be able to use to get a job. And so being able to have a computer at their use, that helps them with that as well. And like I said, for the kids that are in school. And also, while we're talking about the children, is when we have children in our facility, that's at the top of the list for us is making sure they're in school, they're safe. So we're we work with the school system as far as our kids about keeping them safe there. We very rarely have to keep a child from going to school. When it's a very high risk danger, then we will be able to to keep them here with their parent and get their schoolwork and whatever. But we strive to make sure that they're in school, that their life is as normal as possible while they're in our facility. Okay, I'm going to just read off the basic services that we provide. Of course, here at the shelter, we provide safe residence, assistance in obtaining housing, employment, education, clothing, food, household items, and transportation. So basically, whatever that need is, if we don't have it, we have a resource to get them to get those needs met. Advocacy and accompaniment through the medical, legal, and judicial system. You know, we're dealing with law enforcement. We're dealing with the court system. We're there with them throughout all of that. You know, a lot of that has to do when we're dealing with clients is their maybe child custody, divorce, or with some of our clients that are rape victims dealing through that process with the judicial system. We coordinate our services with other helping agencies, that are part of United Way. We all are very integral with each other. We use each other, and we're trying to spend our United Way dollars to the best of our ability. And part of that is that we do partner and make sure that those things are being met. We do support groups for adult, teen, and children, peer counseling, parenting skills and life skills that we talked about, and also ESL classes. Because if we have Hispanic clients, it's hard to get a job when you don't speak the language. So we do provide ESL classes to help them with that so that they can be able to be self-sufficient. We have children's curriculum that we do in the schools, daycare, and groups. We offer assistance through crime victims compensation. If you're a victim of domestic violence or sexual assault, you are a crime victim and entitled to crime victims assistance, and we work through that process with them. We do community education and prevention, and structured education through pre-K through college. And on some of the prevention things that we do, because we feel this is very important, some of that's on anger issues, character building, dating violence and abuse, internet safety, bullying and harassment, respect. And that's not just respect of others, it's respect of yourself, because if you don't respect yourself, it's hard to respect others. And a lot of times, because of situations that our victims and teens and children have been in, they don't respect themselves because no one has ever respected them. So we're working real hard on that. Teen awareness programs, drug-related sexual assault, parenting for violence prevention, sexual harassment, domestic violence in the workplace, sexual harassment in the workplace, healthy relationships. And when we get into healthy relationships, that's not only for adults. We do this a lot in the schools, especially with the middle school and high school students, because they don't really know what a healthy relationship is. So those are some of the things that we work on. Training for school administration, prevention, and intervention. And you know, as we get ready to go into some new areas that United Way is looking at, prevention is one of the things they're talking about. We're very big on prevention and feel like it's something that's needed in our community. And for our agency and our programs, we're already working on that and look forward to working with United Way on those programs as well. Okay.